Welcome back. Let's talk about all things commodities. On the sidelines of the India Energy Week, which took place between February 6th to February 8th, Manisha Gupta caught up with Vartika Shukla, who's the Chairperson and MD of Engineers India, and spoke with her on a whole host of issues like the Prime Minister stressing on the renewable sector, capacity utilization of Engineers India, and the energy sector transition. Listen in.
Our teams are engaged with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs under the aegis of the PMO office for looking at waste to wealth. And just last week we have signed an MOU with them to look at million-plus cities, which is also part of the Prime Minister's target and part of the budget speech as well, to look at monetizing the waste, both the organic waste and the dry waste, into putting energy into the system, bringing clean, affordable and sustainable energy onto the grid. So this is something which is very dear to Engineers India Limited. We are also part of the first bioethanol plant of the nation, the Assam Biorefinery, which is also bringing on about 180 KLPD of second generation ethanol. So we are part of this whole initiative in a very, very focused and in a very integrated manner with the policy of government.
All right. You did put out some agendas that you are on and some numbers as well. But do tell us about the kind of capacity that you have built until now, the kind of spend or investment that we've seen in the space.
So we are, as you're aware, we are mainly into refinery and petrochemicals. You saw the Honorable Prime Minister, heard him yesterday, where he announced a 450 million ton refining capacity in 2040, and that brings huge opportunity to us in terms of business growth. This refinery is not just going to be the refinery standalone, it will be highly integrated with petrochemicals. And to share that we are working on the Barmer refinery in Rajasthan for the HRRL, who's our client under HPCL, and that's having about more than 25% petrochemical products. We are also working with a lot of clients. I would be constrained to share the names on several integrated petrochemical opportunities. You know, spearheading the shift from the core refining to an integrated refining and petrochemical. And I'll also be happy to share that we are also looking at these investments, particularly which have been announced in green hydrogen. You have seen the outlay which is there, looking at end-to-end support in the transition of India into green energy. We are also a part of the growth story and the kind of initiation of this technology in implementation with several of our clients, not only into setting up the facilities for green hydrogen, but also looking at blending into the pipelines.
Ms. Shukla, would you say that you have to be on your toes really, because until now it was energy, now it's about clean energy, accessibility, as you said, energy security, even affordability also to go with that, and to ensure that it's inclusive. How are you looking at all of these boxes being ticked?
I quite agree with you. You need many hands, many minds, and we have a great team in our organization who is very well positioned with the business strategy of the company for EIL to grow in tandem with these growth opportunities. So we have a very focused but diversified approach, and that helps us put our teams into buckets, put ideas into business opportunities, and then converting them into actual businesses. And I have stories to tell in terms of what kind of breakthroughs that our teams have done in all these areas. And I think the uphill task is, to travel even to greater heights.
Specifically EIL, what collaborations, what tie-ups, where are you shaking hands nowadays?
Sure. So we have already shook hands with Chempolis, our partner in the area of biofuels. It is not just the ethanol space, but biofuels holds a lot of other value chains in terms of valorization of several other biomasses. So there we are very well positioned, and we hope to see that burgeoning into a lot of business opportunity in the future. The other space we have in strategic storage, and we are looking at with the Government of India in terms of giving the technology to bring in, in times today, the nation is at a position of a lot of strength on a global arena. Nobody can forget that India is there, whether you see crude oil sourcing and the way we've diversified our basket, the well-positioned financial, pricing that we have on many of the things. So in that particular context, we see strategic storages of crude where we can actually have an upper hand in the globe. So India needs to have that lever and leverage, and we as EIL are looking forward in those areas to partner with international players as well.
All right, so that was some insightful conversation coming in from the management of EIL. What we'll do is take a short break, come back and tell you what else is lined up. Business Lunch will take all the market action and the news action here.